All right. Hello, hello, hello. And thank you for all that wonderful applause. It's me again. It's Saturday. It's 6 p.m. Eastern time. Saturday on Eastern is different in other parts of the world, I just found out. Like when it's Saturday here at 6 p.m., it might be 7 p.m. or 3 p.m. There's no scientific way to determine what time it is. Now I'm gonna. I just finished this morning. Let's see. I just finished this morning page 5 of Princess of Apshai. There it is in all its glory. There it is. It's lovely, lovely, jubbly. And I started drawing page 6. And this one has a lot of expressions. I want to end this with the ship landing, which is going to be like, and actually page 7 is going to be easy. I'm going to do a full page for page 7, but page 7 is going to be like, it's going to show the stresses of the G's when she's coming out of the atmosphere and starting to land. And then page 7 will be a full page of the landed ship. Maybe it dug a furrow, or maybe it landed nicely, but it'll be steaming, and it'll be and we'll find out about this planet that she's landed on. But just because I like to warm up with traditional art rather than the digital stuffs, I want to work on my sketchbook a little bit, and I've actually just prepped a page with satin glazing liquid. So this stuff is pretty good. So these types of notebooks, this is just a little thin, almost like a Moleskine notebook. It's got 100 GSM paper, but I actually have been gouache painting in it and doing all kinds of other stuff in it. But so I'd like to do that some more, but I haven't been doing any prep at all. Like I haven't been like prepping the pages with gesso or the satin glazing liquid or any of that stuff. So I'm going to I did that this time. I thought, okay, I'll do it. And I have, this is super cool, my Hemi gouache set right here. I got this 2 years ago or 1.5 years ago, and it's gel gouache. If you don't know what gel gouache is, it's this sort of they look like little snack cups, little pudding cups you might get. And the interesting thing about it, of course, is that it dries out. Like it'll go bone dry. And so me being paranoid, I didn't open up all the little pots, and so I didn't get much out of it, and I couldn't figure out how to best use it. A lot of people have been using this gouache with great effect, and it was really cool. So by the time I opened it up, I had half of the things unopened, and then some of them were all dried out, like my white was dried out and everything. But then I found out, oh, you could just rehydrate it. You just I boiled some water, and then I kind of squirted some water into each one, and got a little. My soul left my body as some of the pink went right on there. Hey, Sideburns. Good morning, Sideburns. I will send you a link. Hang on, I'll put it in right. I'll send it right to your Discord. Good morning. You take your time. I know you just woke up. I know it's early for you. There we go. So there it is. There's the latest one. Let me close this again. Well, I talk about my gouache, or as Shel Presto says, gouache. Anyway, but I've had like a lot of luck with it lately. Like I've been like painting stuff in my little crappy notebooks here, and it looks nice to me. It may not look nice to you. Also, this is washi tape, plain old washi tape. You thought real men don't use washi tape, but that's just a myth. That's just something people say, that real men don't use washi tape. Chroma Moma uses washi tape. I use washi tape. I got this washi tape from Amazon. It was one of the reasons. I mean, you can use regular masking tape or painter's tape, and it's fine, I guess. I've just had such good luck with it, and I've had such bad luck with masking tape. Like, oh shit. So, if you have good luck with something and then you have bad luck with something else, what does that tell you? It tells you to use the good luck stuff. All right. So I don't know if that's going to stick or not. Let's just hope it does. Good morning. Good morning. I'll show that right there. Good morning. So I'm going to attempt. Now, here's the other thing about gouache is there's sort of a wet stage. Like you can't get this paper wet, and there is sort of a wet stage that you have to start out with. So my fix for this is just to not get it too wet. Like don't go too far. And then my other fix is, let it dry completely. So that's the other thing. I thought I would do something like I did this landscape here, and I was thinking I would do something like that, but different. And maybe with a different palette. Whoops. There we go. So let me just do that. There we go. But you have to really plan out your paintings. Like you have to be thinking about them. It's good to have maybe a photo reference or something good. Photo reference. I'm going to just see what comes up in the old Google image search. Or Pinterest. Pinterest is always a good one to look at too. I kind of like that one. That one's cool. These aren't like huge. They're not huge, but they're small. Okay, how about that? I like that one. Gouache. What I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to put a background color in and leave some white on the page, even though this isn't actually white paper. It's like cream colored paper. And let me make sure I haven't defeated my StreamYard. Let's put it all the way back over here. No, go back here. Okay, there we go. All right. So how do we do this? Okay, well, I need a big brush, and I need to plan my colors. So one of the things I want to do... Oh, I have two monitors. I can just push this picture. If I just click Open Image in New Tab, and then I push this picture over to here to the other monitor, I have a lot of options. My initial option, I was going to do like a circle in the middle. I use like as a circle of light and then kind of go down. But now I want to do a big tree or something. Well, I could do the circle of light. I'm going to do the circle of light. I think it's a good way to go. So here we go. Boosh. Where's my big brush? All right. The other thing to know about gouache is that any moment could be a disaster. Your success is in no way guaranteed. Okay, I got some nice blue here. I'm going to put some green in it. Whoops. Let's put some green in it. This almost feels like it needs to be rehydrated even. And then we're going to need plenty of white. This is the other brush I was using earlier today. So there's easy ways to do it, and there's tougher ways to do it. And as I said, your success is not guaranteed with painting. All right. So the idea here is I'm gonna go in a circle and leave this big ball of light in the middle. I hope. The other thing is there's a recommendation to use more paint rather than less paint. But I'm a watercolorist, and so I've I have a hard time breaking that habit of using really diluted transparent paints. I don't think you're supposed to do that on gouache at all. And I'm going to get darker as I go to the bottom. Okay. So it's kind of a blue-green themed here. All right. Now I'm going to try and gradient it up a little bit, and this involves putting more water on, which we've already established is a bad idea with this kind of paper, but we're going to do it anyways. Just in the hope that it doesn't go terribly. All right. And I noticed that some of my tape is already pulling up, so that could be a disaster right there in the making. Lizzello, she's low-key burning me. She said, "It's so great to see you using traditional art materials." Yes. You thought I was a mere digital person, didn't you? Thank you so much. Yeah, I definitely for the sketchbooks, I do it a lot. Because you're right. First of all, that's a completely accurate assessment. If you don't go back to your traditional stuff, you will miss out on all kinds of skills. And I would say for a couple, maybe a solid year and a half, I was very rarely doing it. But what always would bring me back was Inktober. All right, I'm going to bring Sideburns in. He's here. Hang on. Let's see. I gotta fix that real quick. Okay. Welcome. Sideburns.
Hey.
Emoji.
Going, everyone.
All right, welcome. Yeah, what are you working on? Are you doing traditional stuff too, or are you?
Yeah, I'm kind of just in my sketchbook this morning. I
good.
completed the domestic course yesterday after I delayed the final project for a little bit.
I actually got an email that says, Daniel has posted an update to the to the forum. And I'm like, oh crap, he's way out ahead. I have not done it. I need to start collecting photos because I slacked off a little bit. I'm on like less than 3. It's 3 out of 4, but it's less than 3.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if it'll focus. What am I setting on? Advanced manual. Okay.
I don't think I got a very good gradient here. Well, it doesn't really matter. So here's the other thing about gouache. You just have to let it kind of just dry out. So I won't be going back to this for a couple of minutes. And while that's doing that, go ahead.
Is that gouache pads? Is that what you're getting it from?
Gouache pads? Did you say? No, it's just my regular sketchbook. It's my cheap, low-key, cruddy Moleskine-esque sketchbook, and it actually works pretty good. Like it's been holding up.
I was talking about whether the gouache was in tubes or.
Oh no, it's in a little look. It looks like chocolate pudding. Like, here's my burnt sienna.
Looks
that
like
looks good.
World's chocolate pudding. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
I would eat some of this.
Oh,
and then this one could be like a, peach pudding maybe.
Have you seen Hooked? The movie?
Yeah. When they're hurling the paint at each other.
When they I guess when Peter's trying to imagine food, I guess, and all of a sudden there's these colorful banquets.
I love that movie. Because they're imagining whatever what little boys would like, and it was of course it wasn't real food. It was
disgusting. Exactly.
Yeah, it was multicolored Jello or whatever it was, or pudding. I don't know what it was. All right, until that thing dries out, I can't do the next steps. But I got a big jump on page 6, and I'm having trouble finding. Come on. A good art reference for the expression I want to use. So she's, oh, there we go. Now Procreate has failed. Wait, you didn't turn off completely, did you? No, you didn't. Okay. Okay, there we go. I gotta wait till it comes in.
It's blurry. Let's see. I like the cowboy one, actually.
All right, it's open. All right, I'm gonna zoom in here on my stuff. Oh, let me fix the cams. Lizello, if you're still watching, if you just happen to be still watching, and you want to jump on someday, let me know. We could have 3 people in here, and it just puts your thing side by side. There we go. It's every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what that is your time. I think you are 3 hours off of me, so it'd be 3 p.m. wherever you are. But I know you have a whole life, so I certainly don't expect you to. All right. Oof. I saw this interesting thing on Cartoonist Kayfabe where he was talking about I think it's something from the noise level. You got what? I have Lizelle says, jump on. I have a kid that plays Xbox. The noise level in my house is insane. Oh, no problem. I guess you have to like find your spots when you can. So anyways, this thing on Kayfabe, it was about Nightmare Before Christmas, and there was a rule that nothing could have like a right angle. Like you couldn't have any straight lines. If you had a house, you couldn't draw the house to be straight up and down. It had to kind of curve a little bit, right? Or whatever. And they were also showing a bit of Scotty Young's I Hate Fairyland. 3 p.m. 3 p.m. It's 6 p.m. here, or 6:20. They were showing a bit of Scotty Young. You know who he is, right? He's kind of a real cartoony Marvel guy. I think he mostly does covers, but he does I Hate Fairyland, which is pretty cool. They had a couple of snips from one of his comics, and one of it's this is the thing that killed me. It was a brick wall, right? And the brick wall was all curved lines. You know, let's see if I can actually move it over there. But it totally worked. It looked great. I'll see if I can find it and put it up. Because it was kind of an eye-opening moment for me. I'm like, oh, that's like a lot of times when you see something really cool and cartoony, like you see Calvin and Hobbes, or you see what's another one? We're gonna give Donald delay stuffs. You're like, how is he bending things? Like he's doing stuff that's really interesting. Okay, let's see if I can get this full size. Can you get it full size? I had a full size earlier. I think I actually have to go to their site and then. I can't get it. All right, I'll try it over here. I'm just going to try and find a random Scotty Young picture. The comic in this case is called I Hate Image.
I Hate Image.
Yeah.
I think I know the one you're talking about.
Oh, the I Hate Fairyland one?
Yes.
Yeah.
I read a trade of that. Oh, no, trade, the floppy. It was a free comic book day thing, I think.
Yeah, that's okay. I Hate Image is the free comic book day one.
Mm-hmm.
So you might even have it, maybe, right?
Probably.
Well, here's a great example.
Probably.
Let's see. Open image in new tab. Open image in new tab. There it is. Okay.
Oh no, it's stuck. Oh no.
All right. This is a shot of an outhouse. Where is it? Where's my stupid? There it is. Share screen. It's this one right here. All right, if you look at the outhouse, like look how it's bent, like this curve over here, and then like this over here.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like I was trying to figure out, like, is he doing some crazy perspective moves? No, he's just saying, okay, I'm not gonna I'm gonna make that a straight line. Lizelle says the problem about bending a brick wall is that it starts to look like stone instead of brick unless you had color. I'm gonna say maybe. You know, this is one of those things where I'm thinking, you know, if you add the right, like if you put the right stuff in there, you could do it. But if you want to, if you would like to come on and defend your views, Lizello, you'll be welcome.
Debate us.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't debate. I wouldn't debate actually. I would rather just try it out. So Donald DeLay does it all the time. And then I think there's one called Do a Power Bomb. Hang on. Which has that same kind of groove to it. Not so much. He's got straight lines in there. I'm looking at Do a Power Bomb, and he doesn't have the same aesthetic. All right, let's take a look at another Donald DeLay.
Why is it all blurry? And also, it just fell out of my hand. I kicked it out of my own hand. What the hell?
How did you manage that soon? Oh, I can't find it.
Focus camera.
Everything that I find by him, it's like it doesn't actually follow what I'm saying it should do. Oh, there's something from a sketchbook. Okay. Open image in new tab.
I see.
That's not this one is too small. It's like 225 pixels. Okay, that's not going to work. Wonder if I can go on Pinterest and find it.
Hey, sweetie. Where's Beanie?
Hello. If I put in I hate image Scotty. Okay, here's a brick wall. Okay, cool. It'd be easy if you had a normal brick wall and then bend it in the next comic section for a comparison to show that something is weird. Let me show you the effect I'm talking about. Let's see. Present. Present. Share screen. Okay, here we go. Is it this one? Yes. Okay, so check out this brick wall here. We'll draw baby covers for new story ideas. So this is what I mean. There's something really interesting going on to me, anyways, with that. And I can't exactly put my finger on why I think it's interesting, but it's cool, you know. And it kind of fits the world. Like we're talking world design, and the characters are all kind of fit in this world, but they also have dimensionality and volume, and you know, you can kind of, you know, shadow Like that's one of the things that you need. You need like 3-dimensionality and shadow and all that other stuff. And it all kind of works. Like the same thing with Nightmare Before Christmas. Like if I were to put up, let's see, Nightmare Before Christmas scenes. See if I can find. Open image in new tab. I'll close that one. And I think it's this one. I don't know. Can I make it bigger? And it's kind of this, like, look at these, like the fences and the little pathway and everything. Like even the cross on the top of the doghouse is slightly bent. Right, it's warped. There's a warping to it. It's not wavy. It's just yeah. There's something bendy about it. I don't know why I think that's interesting. Anyways,
I don't know if that's the live action.
I'm not gonna probably bring it into yeah. Warped is the right word. I'm not gonna probably bring it into this comic. Oh, I think I'm almost dry. I'm almost dry. All right, I'm going to draw a little bit, and then I'm going to go back to gouache here. If this will open up. So I haven't really written what happens on these pages or anything like that. I've just sort of outlined it a bit. I've kind of imagined it in my mind a little bit. How do you write? Do you actually have a when you do Duckling Star? Do you actually write a script, or do you like write an outline, or
just kind of go outline first, then strips? I guess a script that is open to redraft.
Do you ever find yourself just like
thumbnail stage?
So you actually do the thumbnails? I mean, if these count as thumbnails, I guess I do thumbnails, but I don't know if they do. Poorly made brick walls look like that. You should see the stuff in Mexico would not pass building codes elsewhere. So this is a family-friendly broadcast. I'm just kidding. So I like if these are thumbnails, what I'm doing, then I do thumbnails, but I probably don't really do that. But like, okay, so here's what I normally do. I have an outline, and it'll say something like, well, in this case, it says Illuminara lands on Talor 4, but she thinks it's like she's expecting it to be a resort, but it's actually a savage wilderness planet.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's the whole page. Like that's the whole thing in the outline. That's the only thing it says. And then I like when I'm at work or like when I'm at just, walking around or just daydreaming, I'll think of funny things that'll happen, like funny things that somebody might say, right now she's just talking to the onboard computer on the thing. Do you do that, or do you kind of daydream your stuff?
Other than my pantser, probably. Yeah, some of the time. I guess if I want a general idea of the, if I know I have the outline first, but I have the. I think the script. I generally have a script if I script along with the thumbnails when I do. I think I do them both at the same time, so I can add a little. Most of the thumbnails, so I can get an idea, a bit of a Marvel method, sort of.
Yeah, fair enough. I've tried to explain that to people before, that you can use the Marvel method just as one person, and they're like, I don't understand how that works. Well, if you do all the things, then you're Marvel methoding it,
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing the writing and you're doing the other stuff. All right, I need to make some kind of intercom thing. And lately I've been doing just the text. Like I'll have the most roughest outline, and then I'll kind of like put the text together. Not calculating. How about standby? Select all. 12. All right. Glizzlo says, have to head off. Was great chatting. Awesome. Yes, please come by anytime. All right. I'm feeling my gouache here. It feels dryish. So we're gonna go in. This is gonna be a somewhat wet layer as well. Oh, my papers. Speaking of wort.
Should we have a hat on every time? Maybe the hat's not that good idea. The showstopper? Yeah.
I'm closing all my extra art references. Here we go. Open image in new tab. Okay. We're going to throw in some green. And then some green blue.
Redrawing a picture I did on Instagram from, I think it was...
Was it one of those figures?
I think it was one of those figures. It was a video game thing. It was from what? 2019. Yeah.
Well, that was a while back.
I was impressed with it, so I'm probably going to redraw it. This is good practice with the planning. Just planning it out. This character I'm doing, he can create mirages of himself, and he can escape that way. I'm trying to make him do that, sort of, try to make him kind of the center, but also like show his distractions. This fucking camera, I swear to God, doesn't like me.
We zoomed in. Oh, let me make the bigger.
I don't think you need to make it bigger. Oh, okay.
Maybe.
It's fine.
I could. Oh, what? Yeah, widescreen is cool too. That's fine.
Actually, that was okay too. But
I need to go thicker on this paint though. Actually, and darker.
I like a lot about this drawing. I guess the main figure, the focus of it, I want to improve on.
For your do you keep loose sketches, or do you just keep everything in like a notebook or a sketchbook or something?
My main project's a notebook. Well, are you asking that?
Yeah, I was just wondering.
I used to draw Duckling Star on plane. Like, it was just like a high GSM sort of paper, like very sort of hard. Like, it wasn't Bristol. It was a different kind of color. They called quill on paper.
Okay.
And it was. But now I'm kind of doing all of it in Clip Studio, and getting used to it. But normally I do pay. I like this sketchbook for the planning, I guess.
I before Staples left my area, we had a Staples that was like right down the street. Mm-hmm. I got cardstock computer paper. I thought, I'm going to use cardstock for something, and then I never used it. But I have all this loose cardstock, so I started just using it for stuff. And I'm like chopping it up, and I'm like, I made it into sketch cards at one point. I don't want this to look like a moon or a sun. I just want it to look like a light. Let me bring my light back up. Speaking of light.
What's that called? All
right. Bring it on up. This looks like ass right now. But it's going to be better. All right, we're back to...
Let's see if when Mirage's things die.
Have you seen the new Transformers Beast Formers?
Nope.
There's a Mirage character. Character literally called Mirage is his name. But it kind of reminded me of that.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, what was it?
There we go. I don't like that I'm using all the same size heads on this. Anyway.
Oh.
Oh, I'm going to change, unfortunately, to regretfully.
Okay, he has hexagonal things floating around him. Oh my god, do they dance like they... Okay, they have... Yeah. Trying to work that. What is that?
Inconvenience. Oof. Short 3 cups coffee.
Ooh.
All right. All right, now I need a picture of her getting mad. Let's see. I can't see what I'm focused on yet. There we go. Are you planning on taking anything else with Domestica, or is it just the one course?
I only did one course, but I don't know. I'm open to it. I'm open to other stuff. I have an
Sounds
account
cool.
now. Mm-hmm.
I definitely got to finish what I was.
What do you think would be nice to take?
Well, I'm like one thing I'm interested in is gouache. Like I'm thinking about doing that one, and then that Matthias Adelson one is the other one I thought was kind of interesting. I guess we'll see. I better finish. I'm going to finish this one before I go on to any others. It was a good pick. I'm going to definitely. This guy is a disciple of Kim Jong-gi. Like,
who?
That's his favorite.
Oh, yeah, Dr. Draw, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dr. Draw, whatever his name is. I can't figure out where he's from. He's got an accent. I think Germany, but I'm not 100% sure. I think if I make her bigger over here, I can leave her medium size.
I'll be right back.
No problem. Storage. All right. I don't know whether to make her mad or make her like exasperated. She says, no hotel. Where am I going to stay? 12. I think I need to push her lower in the panel. Put her over here. All right, let's see. Turn this ship around.
My mom does this. She has this new hobby where she'll take a drawing. Well, she has this big pre-made piece of art in front of her. It's like on this special paper, and she'll put little tiny beads on this tiny this grid, and she'll use this little apparatus thing to place the beads
Diamond
individually.
painting or something.
What?
Paint by diamond or diamond painting. I've seen it in the craft store. I don't know what it is really, but
it's so there's a lot of these little. She has little cups of little gem things. They're all different colors, and she'll place them individually one by one. Probably it's relaxing, I imagine. And yeah, she's done a couple of them now, and there's this big one of the that Austrian artist. I remember his called Gustav Klimt. She has that painting of the kiss, and it's of that she has a finished version of that. Looks pretty cool. Kind of looks painstaking a little. Probably is meant to be like, I guess, paint by numbers in a way, but except with little gems. She'll do it on the table, and sometimes I'll find little bits of it, and I hope I'm worried if I like swallow it because I'm eating at the table. I'm like, uh-oh. At least that was yesterday.
That is pretty cool. So your mom is an artist as well?
No, she's a doctor, and she just has all hobbies now. Mostly she likes family history stuff and genealogy.
Oh, that's pretty cool. My so my cousins on one side are really obsessed with the genealogy and the history stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them actually became a genealogist, like a gene scientist. And in the process of it, she knows like all the stuff. Like she knows all the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I always make the jokes about Ancestry.com and 23andMe and how first of all, I came up as like, I have an unusually high percentage of Neanderthal in me, apparently.
You think everybody would be like that? Oh.
Yeah, right. But it's like, it actually has like a little, like a breakdown chart, and it says, okay, this is your percentage of Neanderthal. And then what's another one that's in there that cracked me up? Oh, the other joke I like to make is now I can't become a serial killer, and none of my kids can become serial killers because now we're in the database. So somebody becomes a serial killer, that's it. They're gonna get caught.
What are you? Serial?
A serial killer?
Like if they know your lineage or something.
Yeah, so that's how they've been catching a lot of these serial killers. Like, they'll find, the people that have DNA that's left at the scene sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. And then they'll match it. They'll go on Ancestry.com or 23andMe or whatever, and they'll match the DNA. And they'll go, okay, I got a guy, he's related to him. And then they'll start asking, they'll show up at that guy's house. They're like, do you have an uncle who is a little strange?
Mm-hmm.
That's how they caught the BTK killer and a couple other guys, too.
Mm.
They found their relatives through DNA.
Okay.
Which, that's pretty wild. All right, I'm starting to get dry on my gouache. Okay, switching back to gouache here for a second. I'm going to draw some faint tree outlines in a dark blue.
Diagnosis.
How is this affecting the serial killer community? That's what I want to know.
Oh my god. Mm-hmm.
Unfair.
We got some bad news, guys.
they're protesting outside of the 23andMe offices.
It's like the I guess the League of Evils lair. They're just in a round table. Like, it's some bad news, I'm afraid.
Yeah, Ancestry.com unfair to serial killers. Like they're holding up signs and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh. How did I lose that brush? There it is. All right, here we go. These don't have to look that good because they're going to be covered up.
So I'm learning the gameplay from this game. It's called Apex Legends. I'm learning how they look, how the decoys look. So they have that kind of they have a blue outline around them, mostly.
Oh, I like Apex Legends. I used to play that a little bit.
I played it when it first launched, and there were like, I don't know, 6 or I think it was 8 at the time. 8 heroes.
Yeah. I don't know how people are so good shooting at that. I mean, I'll have a guy like dead in my sights, and I'll have to, I'll start firing, and I hit him like maybe 1 or 2 times. Meanwhile, a guy can hit me from across the map.
He's probably a sniper.
Like, looking along, yeah. He'll just nail me.
How do the decoys die? Do they
All right.
I like there's a skin of Mirage. I'm doing Mirage right now.
She's like the medic, right?
Mirage is a they're all mercs, but he has the ability where he can create duplicates of himself.
Okay. And, is he the guy who's like a mustache and a
mustache and a big snow goggles or just ski mask or something? Yeah. And
pretty cool.
There's one where he's like in a cowboy outfit and he's pretty cool. That's a cool skin.
I usually play.
There's also one where he's a mumble rapper, and I'm like, what? Okay. Yeah, they'll impress the Zoomers, I'm sure. Anyway, animations.
Yeah, I think that about a lot of the designs I see for video games. I'm like, this was meant to impress somebody that isn't me. Like, somebody else probably loves this, like on Fortnite or
As long as you're not spraying yourself too thin, I'm okay with it. With I guess in terms of appealing to different markets.
Yeah.
That's not what I want.
I like the robot guy though a lot. I think that guy's cool.
Yeah, Pathfinder's neat. You can get around levels sometimes with that.
I usually play either him or I play the medic girl.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she's super useful lifeline. Yeah, I tried to draw her too, but it didn't turn out pretty well. I think I might have it on my phone. Let's see. Oh, actually, I like the Bangalore as well, because she kind of had these. She made smoke bombs and had these like. I thought they were batarangs, and I kind of made her into a Batman character.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I know her.
And I liked playing it. And I liked playing it her for that aspects. Pat galore.
I always like the smack talk that they would do.
All right.
And once this dries, I'm going to go in with some green, some bright green.
The heck is that?
Move my palette. All right. This should be completely dark here at the bottom. So we found out we had this screen that was falling apart upstairs. And I go up and I look at it, and there was a bird. Like,
Huh? A bird?
There was a bird, like, dismantling the window upstairs, like, taking apart the screen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what we can do about that. I haven't seen it since then. Since I scared it off. All right. This is not looking great right now, but
blue when dies. I always log in Twitter and find a new like bot account follow me that has like it's almost every time I do it. Like, oh, you're a person indeed. You're
That's kind of depressing, a little bit. Well, it's not the worst, I guess.
No.
All right, we're gonna do big tree. Ooh. So this is holiday. This is almost a holiday weekend in the U.S. It's not quite. The holiday is on. Yeah, it's on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So everybody has to go to work on Monday, and then they'll probably get off early. Well, not everybody. Some people are off, and then it'll be a holiday on Tuesday. But if there's parties, they're happening like today or tomorrow for the most part. I was walking around my neighborhood earlier, and I saw tons of parties going on. Not enough
Yeah,
yellow.
I think now if that means if there's a public holiday, I'm gonna work longer that week.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, yay! To make up for it.
Elon Musk. Die!
Oh my god.
Hello, I'm Elon Musk. Die!
Oh god. That's a funny Simpsons joke? What? Oh my god.
Simpsons used to be like the most consistently funny show ever.
Yeah.
And then they sort of started to lose it though. Something happened.
Hmm.
I haven't watched it in years.
Yeah. Okay, back to YouTube. YouTubes.
So I don't know if I told you about this. I'm on this website now called actually it's not a website. It's an app called Tandem,
Mm-hmm.
and if it's for learning languages, and you can, I think it's for almost any language, just about. But what you do is, if you're trying to learn a language, it'll try and match you up with somebody in the world that is also trying to learn your language.
Sounds like speed dating.
Kinda, yeah. And then like you could do it just text if you want. So I've only just done text. So I'm trying to learn Spanish, and it's I was like, I'm too shy. I'm not gonna be like messaging people.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I was on there, like 10 people were messaging me. They were like, you know, hola, ¿cómo se llama? You know, so I'm like talking to people in Spain and people in Mexico, people in all over the place.
Nice.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, oh, I'm too shy for this, but I really want to like level up my learning experience. And I'm on Duolingo, but it's boring, you know, sometimes. Okay. Okay, I gotta wait for this to dry again. So I'm gonna go back to working on my comic. Once, like, I did like 2 or 3 tutorials on gouache, and I feel like I've kind of got the hang of like what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Which is you have to put in layers and you have to wait till everything dries every time you put in a new layer.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, it'll all look like messed up. And if you do it, it'll look pretty good. like you can't go too wrong. Too wrong. All right. That's wrong. That is what I mean. All right, I need to make the ship look like it's landing. And then we need to show like shoot. Force coming down. All right, I'm probably not even on camera. Let me move it aside a bit. Okay. There we go. So at this point, we're just waiting for Bishop to finish his thing. He says he's got 3 pages left to go. I should go and like Bishop, if you're listening, if you watch this later, get it done. Get her done. I don't mind really because all my stuff is done. It'll still the thing I'm working on now is for my self-published thing, which I still haven't really named. I think I want to call it Silver Ball, but I might not call it Silver Ball, so we'll see. Silver Ball. Ever since I was a young boy, I played the Silver Ball. Ooh, that's wrong. No, back. Uniform. Wrong position. Oof. I want it to come down like now entering planetary gravity. Brace for impact.
What did I do on the other one? So, that was what? Okay.
I'm wondering what the best way to do this. When she enters gravity, should her antennas go up like she's falling down, or should they go straight down because suddenly gravity is affecting them? I think they're going to go up. Like you're falling suddenly. And she has pigtails, or what look like pigtails. I got to figure out the right sound effect. All right. I'm about to do like lightning bolts or bolts of force or something coming at her.
Oh, I know.
I think I might have the first page or the page 6. I have enough to go on anyways.
They try to read this over this book. that I got recently.
You got is that the Tom Fox book?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely check it. Where did you get it? Did you get it online or
Online and on Amazon?
On Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look. Ba-da-ba-da. I'm just gonna look up Tom Fox. I thought it was like, oh, it's a little expensive. wait, they have used. They have a used one for like $8 less.
Mm-hmm.
61 used and new. Anatomy for drawing, drawing form and pose. I'm gonna consider it.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a bit expensive. It's on the expensive side, but oh, it has like a look inside. You can read a bit of it. Okay, 3D total.
It's if like it's good if you like want to look at your figures more in a 3D, like in a 3D space, but find easier ways to do it too at the same time.
Yeah. Well, I'm all about that. I just I'm looking at his methods. He has a lot of like, breaking down the forms and planes. Let's see. I will definitely consider it. .7 stars. What a fantastic, deceivingly simple, but really just clear and instructive anatomy book. That's what I need, is deceivingly simple.
I want that too.
Everything I do, I want it to be like, I don't want to do like the complicated or hard version.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to go fast. Oh boy. Okay, I could keep drawing on this, and I bet you it would come out looking pretty good. But this is kind of almost enough for me to start inking already. Maybe. It's good to have like a whole page kind of ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, does this look dry? I think it is. All right.
Oh my god, the anatomy in this piece.
As long as I'm dry, I'm gonna keep.
I like every other like figure in this pose, but not the middle one. That's the funny thing about this.
Hold on, let me see if you can put it on the screen again one more time.
Like I like
you did
all the
those?
other. Yes.
Yeah,
that was
cool.
from 2019.
Looks good.
And I only don't like the middle one, the focal point. That's the
like the very bottom
the one
one.
I'm trying to fix. Yeah.
That's the way it always is, huh?
Mm-hmm.
One of the cool things that I started doing, I saw somebody else do it, was
why can't I hold a pen properly? I don't know.
I've dropped 3 things today already.
I'm a crab, that's why.
Crab claws. You get plenty of yellow in there. All right, this is spring green. We've kind of established that that's the light.
I haven't played Hunt Showdown for like the that's the like Western Bayou kind of extraction shooter thing.
I've never heard of it.
It's really cool. It's really interesting, and
Is it for PC or is it one of those console ones?
it's a PC kind of game where
Uh,
it's like shooter. It's another like shooter game, but you take control of sort of Wild Westish characters in a bayou swamp, and there's events that coincide with different, I guess, legends of the bayou.
well, that's kind of cool.
Like I think there's a gator, like an alligator boss in one of the events.
That's kind of kick-ass.
And you have to track it down. And there's also voodoo magic as ability. Like you can have abilities with voodoo magic in them.
It's like Amos Moses.
Hmm.
In the 70s, they had a song called Amos Moses. And it was about a guy fighting an alligator in the swamp.
Mm-hmm.
And he only had one arm or whatever because he'd already lost one arm to the alligator, but he was like determined to get revenge. They called him Amos Moses. I remember that song.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to find a copy of it. All right. I wonder what other languages I can learn on Tandem. One of the people that I talked to, they're like their little profile thing was Yo quiero aprender inglés. Which is, I want to learn English. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then they messaged me with like hola, which is Spanish. So it's okay. That's like usually you do like half in your language, half in their language. So I started in Spanish. This person did not know any English whatsoever. They're like, "Can you teach me the numbers, like the alphabet?" I'm like, "Well, it's the same alphabet. It just, you know, it's literally the same alphabet. We might pronounce some of the words different. Numbers, letters, colors, etc." That was kind of fun, though. It was a fun conversation. That's actually the best conversation I've had on there so far.
Yeah.
Like I've learned the name, like, and they had really funny like phrases and sayings that I was learning because they were like not trying to make it easy for like most people when they go on there, like, you know, you're assuming that the person is kind of a beginner or they're not a native speaker, so you're not really using any like difficult language.
Mm-hmm.
This person, not at all. Like they would just go in and like we were talking about the countries in the area, and she said something like, "I would not go there if I was picking up an inheritance." Which I had to look it up. Like I'm like, okay, like what? Okay, so like you know, because it's not just as simple as translating it word for word. You have to like figure out the context of what it was.
Oh, yeah.
And like, okay, there's the word for inheritance, and I had to look it up, and I'm like laughing because it was so funny. I would not go there to look for an inheritance, and then there was another one that was pretty funny as well. I'm trying to remember that one. Oh, what kind of car do you drive or something like that? And they didn't have a car, but they didn't say I didn't have a car. They said caminanda con Fernanda. Okay, so caminanda means walking, but con Fernanda just means with somebody named Fernanda. But it's a pun. It's like rhyming slang, like you have in Australia, right? So it's caminanda con Fernanda. It just means I have to walk. it's like I'm
equivalent.
Yeah, I'm starving like Marvin. Is like
I'm flat out like a lizard drinking.
Yeah. But I like stuff like that because I feel like that's like real language. That's something you can really like learn from.
Mm-hmm. That is so weird that Hulk, like, what's his name? Crocodile Dundee actor. Oh, he said shrimp on the barbie. Paul Hogan, yeah. I wonder if he said shrimp on the barbie. I don't think he read that. Tourism.
The tourism ad. I don't know if that was him. Yeah.
Where the bloody hell are you? Yeah, that is one. That's the That's by Kate Ma.
That's
Yeah.
not a knife. This is a knife.
I know. We use bloody hell. We use a lot of cursing, like liberally. Well, I'll say, but it's kind of it's not as bad. Well, you know, unless you go like I don't know, go into more, you know, bogey areas. I guess trailer parks. I don't know, but
So what's a bogan? What's that?
bogan is like your version of redneck.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
bogan.
So there was some dude on
VBs.
MeWe.
They drink VBs with high vis. They talk a lot of chunder. As they say.
They talk chunder.
Yeah.
I like it.
Call your mates. Cool.
So there was
sorry
some-
if I'm sorry. I have to warn you to say this, but like, call mates can't smake.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that's the example of how liberal it can be. Yeah, I gave you a warning, so
Yeah, no, that's good.
yeah,
That's fine.
yeah.
I like to hear the real language.
Oink. No, I can't. It's not. That's how we always say it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for some white here in a second.
Yeah, I get.
White.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of white trash, not trash, but
Oh, I was going for white paint.
white paint. Yeah. Is that the? Looks like a mid-afternoon kind of
Yeah,
setting. Very good.
similar. I should probably make some clouds in there because I left that background just very blank. I thought I'd just put some flowers.
Kind of reminds me of like Van Gogh's sort of well, how he do the big bushel big trees. I don't know, like big swirls. He was a fan of the plein air technique. Doing pretty good job of that. He was very expressive too. I think expressionism was the period of art he is most famous for. Right.
I love there's one where it's like his room or something, and it's got these green walls or like
I think they were blue. I think they were blue, but
or blue. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I haven't seen it in a while.
And his finish is very yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how
I
much
like that one a lot.
he mixed with his paintings. I don't know if he mixed a lot of his colors. He liked yellow a lot. I know that. He is a man of taste. What?
We always had the like when I was growing up, we had the sunflowers, like a copy of it hanging up somewhere.
You should like put an Australian language warning on this episode.
Yes, warning.
Australian language.
Australian language in use.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's looking pretty good. Is it like a blue? Are those flowers in the bottom foreground?
Yeah, there's they're like some kind of like white, maybe like I don't know, it could be what's the ones that have the puff balls? I don't know. They're in a meadow. It's a meadow. I'm gonna put something big in the foreground coming up here, like some big I forgot what they're called, but big purple ones up in the foreground.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing I'm embarrassed about is the sky is kind of lame on this, but I'm going to try and fix that. If I can clean all the green off, go back to blue for just a moment, and then add white. It has to be almost all white. I think the lesson learned here for me, at least, was that I was going to leave like some blank space in the paint just to treat it as if it were a light source, but it didn't come out very well. So it looks better if it's painted, even if it's painted with just nothing. like with watercolor, you can get away with using the blank, like the unpainted parts as your white, because you don't have white, among other things. But with gouache, because of the opacity, you know, you can just paint white if you want. This makes me think that like my Gansai Tenbi watercolors aren't really watercolors because there's white in there. Or maybe it just counts as a opaque watercolor or something like that. All right, let's whatever I have left on the brush, I'm going to go ahead and throw into the trees. Any kind of like hole between the leaves, if you paint the white in there, it looks like the light coming through, I think. I think we're still on.
What? I was just.
That's fair enough.
I'm on my phone right now.
Oh, no problem. What if I put some white back here? All right. I'm going to put some music on. Hang on.
Sure.
Los Musica. It's the same music every week. Maybe I should upload some more music or some new stuff. Okay. So now I'm going to do green and blue. Just do like these long. I don't know if this is the right. All right, we're almost there.
Let's figure out this leg pose. I think I'll make it a running pose.
I'm doing all this stupid complicated setup in my comic, and all I want to do is draw robots, because there's going to be this big robot battle. And I can't get to there yet until she lands on the stupid planet. And it's taken me 6 pages to do that. So... I'm just trying to do some shadows.
1240 80. Oh, just 1920. Yeah, I'll do that one. Because this was digital art, I'm gonna do it in digital. The piece, final piece. Let's see. Nope, it's a Mirage and extensions group. Yes.
All right.
That should make it. Is that on a YouTube playlist?
Yeah, it's whatever's built into StreamYard. I've added a couple of my own songs in there, but like here, I'll play. This is one of mine. That's me. But they're not very good. Like my stuff is not as This sounds like it could be like one of those 80s rap songs, like Flav, yeah. Or it's like one of like the slow jams that LL Cool would do or something, you know? I'm getting close to the point where we're gonna have to sit and let this dry again. Maybe it needs some like orange flowers or red flowers. I'll put some red flowers in there. And then maybe some yellow ones too. Oh, it's not looping. I should probably fix that. So that was, there we go.
Is that one yours?
This one's me, yeah.
Neat.
Like last year, I was thinking of, I'll just make a music channel and I'll make music videos and that'll be it. I didn't end up doing that though. I mean, I started one, but I didn't really do anything. All right, so the center should have all the light.
Okay.
All right. Now it's pretty weird. Here's my other number one. Okay. I think once I do this stage, I have to let it dry because anything else I put on is just gonna go, it's just gonna turn dark. Oh.
I like when I show the character from the front. That's awesome. All right. Ghost.
If it were sunny, I'd take this outside and let it bake in the sun or something. What is it missing? Green.
Thank you.
Right. Okay. Last stage of this is to put like a magenta tone on top of the dark purple. That is not magenta enough. Maybe this will do it. Let's see. All right, now this might be the end of my painting. I don't know. And pop it up a little bit.
Did I tell you I saw the A Fistful of Dollars yesterday?
No.
I actually saw it last night, then didn't. I was too tired, and then finished it up in the morning. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, actually. I like the soundtrack. I like how the whole plot of it actually is just.
I love westerns.
guy,
Yeah.
The man with no name.
Yeah.
Goes into this town that's controlled by these two gangs, and decides to just fuck around with them in the shadows.
Yeah, it's because like there was a civilian. I think he meets like a civilian. I can't remember if it's a guy or a lady.
It's a girl. It's a woman.
It's a girl, and she's she's like held by one of the gangs or something.
She's held by the Rogers, and she's part of the Baxter gangs. And he kind of sides a bit with the more friendly side of the gang. Well, I think they just well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, there's this one woman who's like part of the Baxters who has all the all the money and the power, probably can't save you in the end, right?
Yeah.
And she learns that the hard way, but also yeah, he decides to like shape their like conflicts like under both their radar.
Yeah.
That friendly at the same time, try to make a bit of money on the side.
It was great. It was like he was playing them both off. I love that movie.
Yeah,
There's three of those.
He put like corpses that looked like they were guarding a gravestone, but they're actually dead. He put them there, throw them off. He'd also do like non-lethal stealth takedowns. Like he'd shoot the there was a scene where a guard was like outside a building and there was this balcony or pergola thing, like it was held up by a string, and he shot the string and it hit him on the head, knocking him out. It's like, okay. And
yeah, I love that movie. That's primo. And there's three of them too. There's Fistful of Dollars for a few dollars more, and then
hope to watch the rest of the trilogy. Whatever you do, don't laugh at his mule.
Yeah. You see my mule, yeah. He gets a little upset.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I thought that was great. Well,
and I know Good, Bad, and Ugly has the other actor called oh man, he was in The Big Gun Down. I remember, but he's also a big Western star, and they're all play off. Is that where the term Mexican standoff comes from? Like that film?
I don't know if that's where the term comes from, but it's kind of like that was a trope that they were using in a lot of different movies.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think.
I don't know if you've seen Shane. Whoops, put a little bit too much brown there.
Shane.
Shane,
the name.
Yeah, just the name Shane.
No,
that's another great Western. It's got Yul Brynner in it. Is it Yul Brynner? No, it's not Yul Brynner. It's Jason. Oh, it's the scary guy. Can't remember his name, but he's great in it.
Scary guy.
Who's in Shane? He's a complete menace in this movie. Shane villain. I look it up. Jack Palance. That's who I'm thinking of. Jack Palance.
Mm-hmm.
He is psychotic. It's showstopper role for him. It was the best.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's check the volumes.
And then the kid that's in it goes on, and he has a pretty good career. I'm trying to remember what the kid's name was. He's in like a lot of good movies, and then I think he died early. Was it Van Heflin? I can't remember. Alan Ladd's the hero. Van Heflin. No, it's Brandon DeWild. So Brandon, you got to see all the movies of Brandon DeWild. Like almost all of them are good.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like he's a kid actor for a while, but when he gets older, he's in what's the movie? I'm trying to find it. He died kind of young.
Rip.
I saw him in The Virginian. I'm trying to remember. It's not that one though. The one I'm thinking of. Let's see if I can find it. Blue Denim? No, I can't. That's filmography. I can't. Hood. He's in Hood, and he's really good in that. with Paul Newman. It's kind of funny because like I didn't think that it's like it's got a dumb name, HUD, and it's Paul Newman. You go, oh, this is gonna be terrible. Paul Newman is the biggest villain.
HUD or
HUD,
or just
yeah,
Hood?
it's HUD. That's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good movie.
Okay, I think I've worked out the pose. I might do it. All right.
All right, let's get some more white and pink in there.
Ah. Okay.
I'm gonna have to rehydrate these colors in a second.
So many chords everywhere. Jesus. Boo-boo. Hello. Meow meow.
Is that Beanie?
Yeah, I'm being harassment.
All right, I'm gonna peel this tape off. I can't stand it anymore. The tape coming off is always the funnest part. If it comes off. All right, this is this side. Oh no.
Slowly. Maybe it's not completely dry.
That's a possibility, and the other possibility is, you know, I put the satin glazing medium down, and it might have altered the paper. And it's not the best paper to begin with. Which, oh, look at it's coming up fine, but it's like I don't get a good straight line on it though. It is what it is. A little bit of a tear. Not a nice clean line.
I can hear laughing.
Yeah, it's my girl.
It's okay.
She's not laughing at my tape.
They can laugh at me. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm pretty funny.
Just watching shows I don't like. All right. I don't watch any television anymore.
Me neither.
Sometimes I'll get on a kick where like, oh, I got to watch all the Stranger Things episodes, you know. It's like, you know, once you get hooked on something, you're like, okay, I got to see this.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but most of the time. Oh, that came right off. Please don't rip. There we go. Nice straight bottom line almost. Whoops.
Okay, I think I got the volumes down. That's good.
This 7:57, by the way, just so you know.
7:57. It is 9:57 a.m. Actually,
9:57 where you are. I guess that's one way I can remember what time it is over there for you. It's I add 2 and then reverse AM and PM. All right, I totally screwed up. This ripped up the paper right here, but that's a good painting right there. Okay, here's my painting. I'm gonna zoom in real quick. This is my gouache for today. Gouache of the day.
I'm doing a work on the final piece.
I almost feel like I want to paint over this errored area, this problem area that I have over here in the corner. If I just paint over it. There we go. That's close enough for rock and roll.
How's the battery looking? Good. Yeah.
Get some splatters. All right. That is it. I'm going to sign this in a second, and then that'll be it for the live stream. Unless you have anything else, I'm going to put your let me put up your websites. Hang on.
You have a new page out today.
New page today?
I'm
Awesome.
thinking about like probably for the next chapter going forward, not release it until it's done, and maybe
Chapter.
maybe try to release in September or something, and just instead just mostly blog about it, or like put up the pages on my coffee account.
That's a good option as well.
Yeah, I'll still probably blog and make streams about it, but
Yeah. Lately, all I do is I put it up on Instagram, and I don't think about it too much because the ultimate goal for me is hopefully print if I get it together.
Mhm.
Lately, I have not gotten it together. But I'm about to buy a car. Like, I'm thinking about this car that I'm going to buy. I got all this other stuff going on, so I don't know. I'm getting a Honda Odyssey or a what's my other option? A Toyota Sienna.
Are they like sedans or like van? Like, are they van cars or just?
Yeah, these are both minivans. They're almost
Minivan.
identical. In fact, they're just
Sweet.
But I want to make it into like a camper. I'm going to put a bed in it. All the other stuff that you do to it.
Nice.
The cook stove, and like shit like that. It's going to be so much fun. I don't know why I'm doing it. I just want to. I think it's really cool, and there's plenty of room in it. And if I want to go to like comic conventions, which I had been planning on doing since the lockdown, have not attended. I've only attended one, and it was more about miniatures. I'll be able to like bring stuff, like boxes of stuff, with me if I want to. I think it'll be cool. Get my act together. All right, I think it's dry enough to sign. Let's find a gel pen around here somewhere. Here's one.
Oh, you want to say goodbye to everybody, Boo Boo?
I'll zoom out. There he is. Is that a he?
She.
She.
She is a.
cat.
Hello.
Very cool.
Yeah, she's a bit shy, but yeah.
2023. Ooh.
You don't have to stay if you don't want to. Get off. Hey.
All right. As far as my sketchbook, this is looking pretty. All right. Please like, follow, and subscribe. Definitely like, follow, and subscribe. Sideburn Studios. You can find him on YouTube. You can find his link in the chat.
Yeah.
And also on the screen, ducklingstar.thecomicseries.com. You might also be able to Google Sideburn Studios. Follow the website.
Cyburnstudios.com, or one word.
Cyburnstudios.com. And for my comics, you can read them all on my Instagram, which is my IG is at RabbitFighter13. I know that's
you can go if you want to.
Not the most intuitive thing, but I have a character called Rabbit Fighter, and that's where that came from. And new comics are going up all the time, and generally every 2 or 3 days I will post a new page. All right. Any last words before we go? Hold on.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter. Awesome. Peanut butter and jelly time. All right, this is it.
Say goodbye, Benny.
Was all you of Earth?